not the normal live stream, actually not the normal YouTube video either. We're out on a crane job. Let's see, gotta try to hold this thing steady. Out on a crane job, we're working on a cell phone tower today, and I've got a little downtime. It's a guide wire tower, and they're working on guide wire. So, we jump out of the crane real quick and take a look around. I've also got the boom retracted because it's a little breezy. But let's see if we can get this tower behind us. So right now we've got the tower stacked out to 300 feet. That's where it's going to end up. We've still got to put antennas on top of it. The real Melon Lord. Good morning, Fly Jib. Fun is great. Yeah, those that have watched the channel in the past know that I am not a fan of cell phone towers. Especially on days like today. It was a little breezy earlier. We were putting the last guide wires up there, and I think I got one wind gust that was about 20. So while they're tensioning those and getting the tower plumbed up and all that, then we're going to sit here with the boom retracted and wait for the wind to die down. It's supposed to be down to about 10 miles an hour by 2 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is now, 12 something. But if anybody has any crane related questions in the cab of the crane, now is the time to ask them, because I have a little time to kill. Looks like we got 18 people watching. I think all my comments are coming through. I'm not sure. But yeah, I haven't done anything on the channel in quite a while. I've been pretty lazy with the YouTube the last, about a year. Kind of fell out of the habit of doing it. I need to get back into gear and start making videos again. I've got a bunch of footage saved. I just haven't uploaded any of it. I haven't edited much of any of it. But coming into winter, I can't do as much stuff outside, so maybe that'll drive me to the computer and sit down and get some editing done. But let's see, what do you guys want to talk about? Well, I got time to kill here. And can you guys hear me okay? If someone could comment with some feedback on the audio, would be great. Because I don't know how it sounds in this crane cab. Using my phone. Yeah, right now we're in our Tadano 180G-5. Let's see if, well, actually I'll just, I think I can flip the camera around. Maybe by doing this. Okay. So right now we're just sitting with the jib on. We've got 123 feet of jib. Main boom's fully retracted. Once the wind blows away or goes away, then we'll run 197 feet of main with 123 feet of jib and get over the top of this tower and finish it out. This is the computer inside the crane. So right there's our jib length, main boom length, boom angle, counterweight configuration, radius, how much we have hanging on the hook, and our capacity. Oh, this also shows full span outriggers, but the crane's a little dirty inside. I need to dust everything off. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I don't know if I'm getting everybody's comments, if anybody's commenting. We've got 27 people watching. So far, I only see one comment. So I'm going to start poking some buttons on the old phone and see what I can figure out here. If I disconnect, then I'll come back to it. I don't want to start a poll. Okay, well, the technology is eluding me, I guess. I gotta figure this out. Oh, there we go. Now we got comments. Alright, Jason Heltzley, how are you doing? Goofy boy, where at? I am in Northwest Missouri. Aaron Griffiths, good evening. Ken Major, awesome. Hey, bud, quick question. Does line fall need to be deducted from a single part line on a 9-ton Broderson carry deck? You're going to have to consult the operator's manual on that, Mike, but I don't believe I don't believe you have to deduct your line weight. Alright, now I got to try to catch up with comments here. Volume is good, loud and clear. How are you set up today? Nerd Garage, only one comment, you need to refresh or something, for sure. How am I set up today? We are set up with full span outriggers on our big crane mats. Come on, camera, flip around here. Big crane mats. 53,000 pounds of counterweight. So right now we've got all of our main boom retracted and sitting and waiting. Currently the wind is blowing. I'll flip this back around, you guys can see it on the anemometer in real time. So that's our current wind speed. But the way these Titanos are configured with the anemometer, I'll see if you guys can see it up there. So I'm not sure if I can zoom. Oh, I guess I can zoom. Panning up. Right up there is the anemometer. It's kind of hidden below the tip of the jib, so when the wind's blowing, if you don't have the jib oriented perfectly into the wind, then the anemometer doesn't read very accurately. Aloha from Hawaii. Josh Wellner, how you doing, Josh? I'm assuming that's Mike Hill. Good evening from Sweden. Oh, Sweden, that's a long ways away. Yeah, I hadn't done anything on the channel for a while, so I was like, hey, I've got some time to kill. I ought to jump on here and do a live stream from inside the crane and then answer any crane-related questions if someone's got them. And I could show you guys around a little bit. Let's see. They've still got quite a bit of time working on these guide wires on this tower, so. And I don't know why my messages aren't refreshing all that fast. Technology. Gotta love it. Okay. I'm kind of trying to stay ahead of these guys a little bit. So I'm keep watching out the window to see what they're doing. They are currently over there adjusting cables. So I didn't bring my cameras with me on this job. I've got a lot of tower footage, so I figured, you know, why record stuff that I've got so much of it, but Stuart Ross says, I love this, so interesting. Greetings from Scotland. No, greetings from Missouri, USA. Also, I've had people ask me too, sometimes when we're setting the crane up, what do we do with all of our stuff? Gavin says, yo, what's up? So I'll pan the camera around here again. So that's our block and our ladder, the hand crank for the jib pins. Our boom dolly is still attached to the back of the crane, which we have to run a boom dolly in the States because of bridge laws. Both of our semis sitting over there with the support trailers on them, spreader beams, some rigging and whatnot, and then third counterweight is on the front of that other trailer. And I only run 2 counterweights on this crane when I'm stacking towers out, because it makes it I've got sensors on my outrigger jack, so I can tell how much weight's on each outrigger, and with 2 counterweights on it, 197 feet of main and 123 feet of jib, boomed up to 80 degrees, it's basically perfectly balanced on all 4 corners. So Jason, you would be happy to know that I finally got rid of my problem-ridden Ford and bought me a 2006 GMC Sierra. I'm not partial to any manufacturer, but hey, if you're having trouble with your other truck and you got a new one, congratulations on that. Hopefully the problems all went with the other truck. So, what do you guys want to see? Do you guys want me to get out and walk around a little bit, or it's actually pretty comfy in here? It's a little chilly outside. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It says, greetings from Finland. Interesting to watch your videos. And I need to make some more. My apologies to everybody for kind of dropping the ball on the YouTube channel. I will get back in the swing of things at some point, I guarantee it. Especially with winter coming up. At least on this half of the earth. Everything north of the equator. Ron, hey, glad to see you too. And this poor guy over here has been working on these antennas for 2 days. So once they get all those guide wires hooked up and tensioned, get the tower plumbed, I'll run main boom out again and we'll grab those. There's 3 of them, and those will bolt to the top of the tower. Jason Helsley. How's the hammer? I have not done a thing with the hammer. It's still sitting in the garage. I guess it'd be another wintertime project. Any videos on it coming? I guess I could do a live stream in my garage this weekend maybe and show you guys the state of the hammer and at least give you a little bit of insight on it. Yeah, it'll get done eventually. But if any of you guys are in northwest Missouri, if you travel down I-35 just south of 36 highway and look off to the east, sometime in the next, I don't know, sometime within the next 3 hours, you'll see the crane sticking up. I'm guessing with a tip height of 330 feet, you ought to be able to see it from quite a ways away. Also, I gotta say hi to my grandma, because I know my grandma gets on my channel, and she's gonna be 91 next week. So I gotta say hi to my grandma. I know she gets on and watches my stuff, and she watched my last live stream, and I was over at her house just a few weeks ago helping her with her TV and some other stuff, and she made the comment that she was rewatching my stuff because I haven't uploaded anything for a while. Gardner, hi, how are you? Texarkana, I'm in it's a 200 ton. It's a Tadano 180G-5, but it's 180 metric ton, 200 US ton. Yeah, if everybody on here could throw a happy birthday to my grandma in the comments would be awesome, because then when she watches this at some point, then she'll get to see it. She'll get to see the comments. Looks like they're getting close with that side. I think they've still got more to do over there. Jump out, look and see what they got going on behind us back here. Actually, I'll just climb up. So I'm climbing on the side of the crane. It's going to be a little shaky. Got to maintain 3-point contact. Yeah, they're working on that one back there. Here's the meat and potatoes of the winch, if anybody's curious. Then auxiliary winch. And that's looking up the back side of the boom. Hopefully I'm not making everybody seasick. Climb back in here with our heated seat and where it's not as noisy. Wow, if these guys don't pick up the pace, we're gonna get a 2-hour live stream in here today. Probably not. I don't think my phone will last well. I can always plug it in. Ron says, I don't know that I've seen you work on a guide tower. Do you prefer freestanders? Yes and no. I'm trying to plug my phone in, so it's going to be a little bit shaky here. Freestanding towers, when you're standing the pieces up, they tend to flop a little bit unless you tail them with something. But the towers stack out faster because you're not wrestling around with these guide wires. And then also, all these guide wires, just one more thing to have to avoid with the hook and pieces flying up. And so, yeah, I actually do prefer freestanders over guide towers. Really, I don't prefer any towers, but gotta do what the crane rental manager tells us to do as far as what jobs he takes on. If I had a preference, I would set anhydrous tanks and modular homes every day. Actually, if I had a preference, I'd just fish every day. I would be retired and go fishing. Yeah, this is it for me today as far as hurry up and wait. Most crane jobs are a lot of hurry up and waiting with a little bit of action in between, which is why it makes it Dickered with Dave. How are you doing, Dave? But which is why it makes it kind of difficult to edit footage, because if I record an 8-hour day, we might actually have 45 minutes of action in the 8-hour day. So I got to go through all that footage and find the action and put that in there, because It's not like I can just jump in this thing and record me doing nothing. That wouldn't make a very good video. It would be kind of like a live stream of me sitting here doing nothing, just talking to you guys. No, Dave, YouTube finally gave me my old channel back. Well, that's good news. I knew you lost it for a while. I didn't know how long it was gone. Dave, you getting any snow up there in Canada yet? Or should I say it up there in Canada, eh? Yeah, I'm guessing Josh going about time, Dave. Dave said we had one little blast of snow 2 nights ago. You can keep all that snow. All of it. I don't want any of it. I want it to be 72 and sunny year-round here. Of course, I'm in the wrong state for that. Missouri does not get that kind of weather. We get like 2 weeks of spring, 2 weeks of fall. The rest of it is a mix of freezer and hell. You and me both. 72 would be nice. Josh, the rest of it mud season. John Warren, how are you doing, John? Long time no see. You know, Jason, I was down in Kentucky over the summer. I didn't even think about it. I should have reached out to you. We went on a bourbon tour down there. We stayed at a place called Bourbon Barrel Cottages. Highly recommend them. But yeah, that was a good time. I don't know where you're at in Kentucky though. We may have been at opposite ends of the state. It's hard telling. John, if you're over this way driving down I-35, once you get south of 36 Highway, if you look off to the left, you'll see us. Unless you're up in Iowa today. Wow, we've already been going 23 minutes. James Bergeron, how are you doing, James? Long time no see. For sure. I think my last action on the channel was about 8 or 9 months ago. Now, John says I've been out of the state 9 months. Long story. Well, we got nothing but time if you got the typing fingers on you. Pop this door open. It's a little bit warm in here. Doesn't look like the wind's changing much. I've been kind of basing it off of, let me get over here. Can you see it there? Been kind of basing it off this flag some. Maybe I'm not over far enough for the flag. I don't know. Can't tell. But it is starting to calm down a little bit. Dicker with Dave, what are we lifting today? Well, sir, we are unfortunately doing tower work. James says I'm doing good. I'm waiting for the last part of my birthday present to be delivered. Oh, John said health took a turn. Hopefully by January I'll be back on the road. Well, best wishes to you, John. I hope you get better soon. Jason says it's about 2.5 hours since most of the distilleries are in the Louisville, Bardstown area. We have a few small craft distilleries in my area around Bowling Green. Yeah, we were, I think we were right outside Louisville, Kentucky. I know we went to Maker's Mark and Buffalo Trace, the Limestone Distillery, Four Roses. Dicker with Dave, we are chasing cracks on a large IWT boiler. Have fun with that. Oh, John, I'm better than I was in February after a 20-day stay in the hospital. That's no good. Man, Barry just got out of the hospital too. Barry, how are you doing now? Says this put a smile on my face. Just got out of the hospital after a second hip operation. Holy smokes, my subscribers are falling apart. And you guys need to keep it together. I'm not going to have anybody watch any footage that I haven't uploaded. I figured I'd set my phone down. Maybe it would be less shaky. I don't know what it looks like to you guys. I'm probably making everybody sick. Plus, you're getting a pretty good view of the clouds out of my top window. Josh Wellner, I would say I had to take the day off because I got a sore back. Barry, I'm sure you are still a little bit sore. John Warren, don't get old and don't abuse your body. Well, too late for that, bud. I'm already old and I have sufficiently abused my body. James, last few weeks have been rough here. My stepdad was involved in a vehicle accident on October 6th. Well, best wishes to your stepdad. I hope he recovers soon. I'm trying to find a good angle to prop this up. Well, I guess I'll just stay like this. I'll just stay hunched over my phone. At least this way it's not so shaky for everybody. Don't need anybody having a seizure. Oh, well, now they've got 4 people working on one set of guy wires over there. Man, Jason said those are all around the Bardstown, Louisville. I spent 10 days in the hospital myself recently due to having a cyst burst on my left kidney. Well, I hope you're feeling better. Hope you get better soon. I need to count my blessings based on everything in comments. I haven't jumped on my computer in so long. I don't even remember what all footage I have to edit and upload. I know I've got quite a bit. And I think I've got one video almost done or is done. I just need to go through and maybe put some background music in it and finish it and upload it. John had another back surgery, then a heart attack while in the hospital for back surgery. Holy smokes. Josh Wellner. What are we all, the last working generation? We all sound like a bunch of used cars. True story. Evidently, I don't get any young people on the channel. People evidently don't find the younger generation don't find what I do interesting, probably because it's work related. Hey Kevin, how are you doing? It says, hey stranger, nice to see you on a yearly live. Yeah. You guys can lay it on me pretty thick. I have it. I deserve it. I have it coming. But yeah, I wonder if that's why I don't get a bunch of young people on the channel, because it's career based. Which there are some youngsters out there that will work their butts off. My son's one of them. If you put him on a task, he will jump in it with both feet. It may not be 100% the way it should be done, but he will get it done. John said, I just figured you said heck with YouTube. I didn't say the heck with it. I've been doing other stuff other than sit in the house in front of the computer. Ron, my 11 and 8-year-old kids love your videos. My 3-year-old daughter was trying to tell you hello a moment ago. Well, that's pretty neat, Ron. Hello to your 3-year-old daughter and your 11 and 8-year-old kids. Which the channel's definitely not geared towards kids, but I think it is neat that some get interested in it. We need the next generation to be interested in this kind of stuff, because if not, who's going to continue building things? Got a sneaking suspicion it's going to take these guys longer than an hour. Oh, Scott Payne, robots and AI. I wouldn't be a fan of robots running a crane on a job like this. Ron says you do a great job of explaining what you do, and it fascinates them. I try to narrate as good as I can. I try to make it to where anybody can understand what we're doing, or what I'm doing at the time, or what the crane's doing. Because I feel like if I don't narrate effectively, then a lot of what we do would just go over people's heads, unless they were in the world of cranes. Yep, the wind's getting better. It's down to 4.7. Over their heads. Yeah, I would say a lot of the stuff we do would go over a 3-year-old's head pretty fast. I'm kind of scoping out the trees here too and getting a feel for things. I'll probably run some boom out here in a minute. I'll leave the live stream going while I'm doing that. I'll probably switch to my front camera where you guys can kind of watch things happen. Nerd Garage, it's a crane. It's over most of our heads. James said a few days ago, I've seen a 5-axle Grove. I'm not a Grove fan, but any crane is pretty neat most of the time. They say the busiest job in the world is a Grove mechanic. I don't know how much truth there is to that. I'm going to boom this thing up a little bit. We're gonna turn a little bit to the east and then a little bit to the west and see if we can get an accurate wind speed. Before I run 197 feet of boom out. Alright, there we're at about, we'll run up to 76 degree boom angle. 76.2, close enough. According to that right there. So we've got 122 feet of jib on top of 43 feet of main up there. And now we're just gonna rotate a little bit, and if you look at this screen right here, this little dot shows kind of where we're at over the carrier. So we're gonna rotate a little bit to the east. You should see that dot move. I'm just trying to get my anemometer in line with the wind so we can get an accurate wind speed. That dot should jump here in just a second. So I'm gonna look at that flag and see if I can see which way it's actually blowing. That should be pretty accurate there. Jehu, how are you doing? It says greetings from Chicago. 6.5, 6.9, occasional 7 miles an hour. That's way under our limit. We're going to swing back to the west a little bit. All I'm doing is moving this left joystick. So I'm just pushing the left joystick away from me. Jehu, we are building a cell phone tower today. We actually started it Monday and it was too windy for all of my jib and inserts. Okay, so there's a little more accurate wind. That was about 8.3. Stop there for a second and see what it does. 8.3 is still way under our threshold. Our threshold is 15.9. I'm going to keep swinging. Here in a second we'll be straight over the rear. You'll see that dot right in the center. Garrett, how are you? Or Jared, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but greetings from the Netherlands. James says he saw a GR 1600 sitting on a lowboy. That's a big RT. That's a triple axle. Okay, so we're straight over the rear. Wind speed's actually getting less, so we're actually blocking the anemometer with the tip of the jib. Daniel, how are you doing? It says hello from Missouri. Well, hello from Missouri. So yeah, I definitely need to swing back the other way if I want to get accurate wind speeds. That's the only thing I don't like about these Tadanos is the way the anemometer is set up. Is with it sitting below the tip of the jib, it just doesn't get accurate wind speed all the way. Oh, Jehu just sent live to a telecom sales guy who makes decisions where cell phone towers go. No pressure. I guess I'll plant them wherever they tell me they want them. Okay, we're kind of pointing back to the northeast again. It is pretty calm. And looking at the flag over there, it is pretty calm. I also look at trees. Alright, well, I guess we'll run 197 feet of main boom out. I know what's going to happen. As soon as I get up to about 200 feet, it's probably going to start getting windy again. But to do that on this crane, we have to hit this little button down here. Go into our Tadano screen. Hit it again. That'll pull up our available boom modes. So right now we are on boom mode 1. That's where we were at earlier with 186 feet of main. But we want to go to 196.9, 197 feet. So that puts all 5 main boom sections at 100%. So we're going to scroll down to that with this little arrow button. hit enter, and then it's gonna tell me what to do. So these arrows here tell me I need to push this stick forward after standing on the go pedal down there. So we've just turned this into a tutorial. We're gonna cable down a long ways so we don't have to mess with much of that. That's probably far enough. And you might be able to hear the crane doing what the crane does. So I'm not cabling up, it's scoping out. And if you look on the Tonono screen down here, you can see the section actually moving out. The numbers at the bottom of the screen, that's actually the telescope cylinder length as it's extending. So inside the boom there's a single cylinder that grabs the section, shoves it out, and then pins it in place. And here in a second it's going to pin. And then you'll see those numbers at the bottom of the screen get smaller again. That's the cylinder retracting to grab the next section. See what our wind speed is up there. It's 5.6, that's not bad. 5.8. Still got plenty of headroom on our rope, so we don't need to cable down again yet. So now it's going to grab section 4 and it'll shoot it out to 100%. And this thing is a fly rod with all 5 sections at 100% with 122 feet of jib on it. So I'm just gradually going out. It's going to do that 3 more times, and then it's going to look like it's a long ways up there. And if anybody's watching that doesn't know what the clicking is, that's a winch indicator letting me know that the winch is turning at approximately how fast. Right now it's turning really fast, so there's no clicking. Wind speed still looks pretty good, even though we're about 207 feet up. Which you guys can't see because there's a glare there. Now you can see it. You can feel free to comment while I'm doing this. You're not gonna interrupt anything. This thing's basically autonomous at this point, other than me cabling down occasionally and standing on the go pedal and holding the left stick forward. It pins and unpins itself. right there for about 257 feet of boom. Boom and jib, anyway. Whoever designed the pinning booms on cranes, they were a genius. I would hate to guess how much sleep they lost at night. Alright, that's section 2 all the way at 100%. Now we got one more section. Wind speed still looks good, so. I have to admit, I don't like running this thing with everything out. And what you guys are seeing on the camera is what I'm seeing. I mean, I'm not zoomed in or anything. That's just with the camera set at regular camera settings. So it gave me an okay there. I got everything, all 5 sections at 100%. That's all she's got. So that's with the carrier height that we've got right now, our total tip height's, well, we're at 75 degrees boom angle, so our total tip height right now is probably about 320. If I boom up to 82 degrees or 81 degrees, it'd be 330 feet of tip height. We'll go ahead and switch this by hitting the function button, and we'll go to our winch camera, so that way we can keep an eye on the rope. So as I'm cabling up and down, I can sit here and watch the winch turn. And right now that ball is a long ways up there, so we'll give her the old high speed and bring it down here a ways. Good for now. Yeah, that's it. All 197 with 122 feet of jib. I guess we can flip this back around now that the action's over with. So yeah. Now let's hurry up and wait. Anyway, I'm gonna run over and talk to these guys and see about how long they think they're going to be. We got almost an hour live stream in just sitting here on this tower job, so hey, why not? But anyway, I will try to get some stuff edited in the next few weeks and try to get something uploaded so you guys have something to watch, and get back on this YouTube horse and ride it. So, hope everybody has a wonderful day. I hope everybody that's had any medical issues or any of that gets well soon. If you're in the area and drive down I-35 sometime the next few hours and you get just south of 36 highway, if you want to pop in and say hi, just look for all of that. Where's that? All of that sticking up in the air. And if you follow all of that to the bottom of it, you'll find me. So anyway, with that, I'm going to jump off here, go talk to these guys, see what their plan is next. So hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. It was a great impromptu live stream with, at one point I think we had 40 people watching, or maybe a little more. So yeah, have a great rest of the week. We will see you all soon. With that, Two Top Crane is out.